Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, the amazing, awesome autism family. I wanted to just share some kind of sensitive topic, puberty, because, well, everyone has to go through it. And our Caleb is no different. He is 12. He turned 12 in January. And last year he started puberty, and this is a hard one to make because it's hard to think of your child as growing up, for one, and more than that, it's hard when your child needs you in a different way than other kids need you. And so I still help Caleb bathe at night. We do baths at night just because that works for us. But last year, I started noticing that Caleb started growing pubic hair. And at first, everything in me was like, ah! I don't want to do this because it's hard and it's scary. And it is hard and scary. And it's hard because he's growing, and I am a very petite, small person. I am 4'9", weigh 115 pounds. Caleb is as tall as me now. And he's strong, but he still needs me. And so last year when I noticed his body starting to change, from my just hearing things from other families, I knew that deodorant could be a struggle for kids on the spectrum, and that's something that I wanted to avoid. So I started teaching him to wear deodorant daily as soon as those first changes started happening. Sorry, my cat is checking out my stand. So we started the habit of putting on deodorant every morning because, yeah, he didn't need it at that point, but the day is going to come when he does. And I did not want it to be a fight. That's an encouragement I have for you if your child is prepubescent. When you start noticing those changes, start adding deodorant to the routine. Because for about a month, Caleb thought it was the funniest thing in the world. It tickled him. He didn't understand. He thought it was hilarious. But then he started just making it part of what he did. He doesn't understand why we do it, but it is what he does. And now he does it on his own. Like, we have to be in there with him and remind him, get your deodorant. And we call it deodorant. Don't give it any other, whatever name you're going to call it, stay consistent. And when he started growing those pubic hairs, I started really working on teaching him to bathe himself. And he does a relatively decent job now. I still have to be in there with him and remind him. I give him verbal cues as opposed to physically doing hand over hand like when we first started. So he is growing, he's learning. But as his body has changed, he's been discovering his penis more. And that has brought a whole different new dynamic to everything, including school. So we've had to struggle this year with him learning appropriate behaviors with his hands at school, and mostly in other places. It's been hard. It just is. And, leading up to puberty, I was really scared of it. It's this big scary monster. My baby doesn't understand like other kids. I can't explain to him that his body is changing like I did to his sister. His sister and I have had multiple discussions about all of that. He doesn't understand. And he needs compassion. And whether he is, no matter what size he is still my baby. so we've grown together, we've learned together, we have been very proactive at school. When they are facing an issue at school, we work on it at home. When they say, hey, he's doing this, and a couple of weeks ago he was having a really bad time keeping his hands in appropriate places, and there was one day at lunch he fully exposed himself multiple times because he doesn't understand. And so we mobilized. After they let us know about that, I talked to his teacher, and she had some ideas, and she suggested jeans and with a zipper and a button. And he had only worn elastic waist shorts or pants or jammies his whole life, so we got him jeans and button with a button and a zipper. And, you know, it was kind of a come and go situation. We kind of had to figure out what size to get him because I didn't know what size he was and that kind of thing. We also changed from boxer briefs to briefs. You know, you just kind of move with it. And my husband says a lot, we throw some stuff at the wall and hope it sticks. Kind of as a picture of the trial and error that we go through on a regular basis of, will this work or will this not work? Or, you know, we've learned to shop at resale shops as much as possible. And, you know, because if it's not going to work, we don't want to spend a lot of money on it. And even if it does work, we don't want to spend a lot of money on it. We've got to be frugal because life is expensive. So anyway, my point is that puberty is a regular, normal part of everyone's life. You all have to grow. We all have to go through it. But leading up to it, it was a big scary monster, and it still is a big scary monster for me. I'm not a boy. I don't understand all the boy things. But I do know, I know my boy. I know my son. And I know my God. And I can tell you that thinking too far ahead doesn't help. It doesn't help me, at least, because I find that I get so stressed out and wound up about thinking about the future that I'm not able to handle what's right in front of me. And I can tell you that the thing that brought me a lot of peace last year when I started noticing the beginnings of those changes was the realization that it's a process. Puberty is a process. It takes many years for him to fully grow into a man. And so knowing that it goes slowly was a grace that the Lord gave me that I want to encourage you with. Take it one step at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't get ahead of your child. Give yourself the grace to breathe in the moment that you're in. And pray and ask the Lord to help you know what is needed for the moment. And, you know, there are some things that you can plan ahead of time. There's some things that you can't. And if you're finding yourself getting emotionally drained as you're thinking about the next season, maybe try to back off a little and give yourself and your child some grace and know that when the time comes, you'll know how to handle it. You know, it's a process, and I'm so glad that it doesn't all happen at once. Because if it did, I probably would cry. I would just be locked in my bedroom crying. So, you know, he's growing, he's learning. The jeans and the jeans with the button and the zipper have made the difference at school for right now. And we're excited about that. He's learning, and whatever they say at school, we say at home. What we say at home, they say at school. So I want to encourage you to work really closely with your teachers and your support staff, whoever that is, to work through whatever situation you find yourself facing. And just take it a day at a time. So I wanted to talk about puberty, and I did, but I also wanted to just tell you one day at a time. And today's struggles it'll pass. You'll get through it. And it's okay for it to be really hard. There are seasons that are really hard. As a parent of a special needs child, it's really hard. There's parenting period is difficult, but the special treasure of our kids is their treasure. They're just treasure. And just pray and ask the Lord to help you know what to do in each season that you're facing. And if you have any questions, if you have things that you would like for us to address on our channel, please comment below, because we'd love to help you. We'd love to share our story. We're still in the trenches. He's 12. We're still in the trenches. He still wakes up every night. For a few days there, he was waking me up at 3. Yay! So, we're still in the trenches with you. And we'd love to help. We'd love to share our story. We'd love to be a guide. So we'd love to hear from you. Comment, question, like this video, share it. And thank you. And I hope you all have a great day and a happy Easter. Be blessed. Thanks.